Today we're going to be taking a trip to the past. We're going to be taking a trip back to the year 1996 through 2007, where right here, once upon a time, long before this was Dave & Buster's, sat a restaurant called Race Rock. Hi everybody and welcome to the world of Micah. Today we're going to be taking a trip to the past and discussing what Race Rock was. A themed restaurant here in Orlando, all about cars, racing, NASCAR, big wheels, you name it, they had it here at Race Rock, and it closed in 2007. We're going to match up some photos and we're going to find some remains of Race Rock here in Orlando. Now, let's take a closer look. Now in February of 1996, here at 8986 International Drive, a restaurant opened called Race Rock, and it was kind of like a Hard Rock Cafe, a Planet Hollywood, if you will, here on International Drive, but it was all dedicated to the world of racing. Big cars, fast cars. It was your typical burger and pizza joint. In fact, they had a pizza here dedicated to Jeff Gordon, the NASCAR driver, and it was a double pepperoni cheese pizza. Now, the number one thing on the menu was a burger called the Brute Force. This was the burger that they were kind of known for, but I'm gonna show you guys the menu here, and we'll see what kind of food they also had. Now, you can see these are some of the items they had. Patty melts, the hot rod, it's a hot dog, chicken sandwiches, pizza, the Gordon's double pepperoni, dedicated to Jeff Gordon. And they also had New York strip, pork chops, barbecue ribs, and chicken. And then for dessert, banana split, cheesecake, the Big Apple, Victory Flag Cake, cinnamon peach crisp. Now, it was open here from 1996 to March of 2007. They sold to an investment group for $7.5 million. And the reason they kind of sold the property is because it's on prime real estate. Orlando International Drive is prime real estate, and the owner himself even said, look, I sell hamburgers, hot dogs, and t-shirts. This is kind of an offer I can't refuse. $7.5 million for this real estate. Now, he also had Race Rocks over in Las Vegas, other locations, so this could help him in those locations earning that $7.5 million. They auctioned off all of the stuff here. A few things remain in Orlando, but they auctioned off everything. I actually found a flyer for the day of the auction. You can see public auction, world famous Race Rock, Saturday, April 21st, 11 a.m., 8986 International Drive, Orlando. They were selling off everything. I believe this was in 2007 as well. And then this place kind of sat vacant for a while, sat abandoned. In fact, my friend Adam from the Daily Woo, Adam the Woo, did a video of the abandoned section of this building, and they destroyed everything and they rebuilt this, what we know now as Dave & Buster's. The original building of Race Rock no longer exists, but I can show you guys some photos and we can match up where it used to sit and what it used to look like here at 8986 International Drive before this was Dave & Buster's. So there's the big wheel truck and a few NASCARs, and I believe that's a boat, and it sat right here. This was about the angle of where the building was. And this is looking at the front of the building. You can see they had NASCARs and boats and things hanging upside down, and I love that era of Orlando restaurants where everything was just big, and it wasn't unusual to walk into a restaurant and see a car inside hanging upside down while you were eating a cheeseburger. And this was where that was, right here. Yeah, everything over here has basically been redone. Those palm trees, those bushes, none of that stuff exists because I'm standing on that sidewalk you can see right here, and none of this looks the same at all. But now I'm gonna walk over here to the back I'll show you guys where the sign was. There was a huge sign leading from I-4 over there. See this Dave & Buster's sign? It used to say Race Rock on it. In fact, if you look at this tree right here, and there's a sign there and a little bush in the old Peabody, which is now the Hyatt Hotel. This is from Adam's video when this place was left abandoned. There used to be a different sign right there. That sign didn't exist, but this is that same tree, and there's the Hyatt. So they've completely removed that sign that was there, and there used to be a fence right here, fencing all of this up. That's wild how much that's changed. This was like in 2010 when Adam did his video, but that hedge right there can be seen. That sign wasn't here, and there was the Race Rock sign here in this tree is what you can see right here. Well, right over here is where the sign was, but this sign is completely different than what used to be here. But I can at least show you guys what it looked like. You can see the Race Rock sign, welcome race fans, and the big wheel truck. And that's I-4 next to it. Right there. So the sign's in the same spot, it's just a different sign. And then there was a photo taken from Interstate 4, which is kind of crazy that someone could take this. And they were taking it from right there looking back at this place in the old building that used to be here, the Race Rock building. And that's what it looked like right there. You can see it's completely different building, completely different sign. They leveled it and rebuilt. And there's the sign and the current Dave & Buster's. Completely different building. This building was a round building. In fact, here's a bird's eye view. You can see the top was checkered, and there's that big wheel again. This place was massive. They used to have race events here, and I read somewhere you can meet celebrities here, like someone met Jeff Gordon here. Do you guys have memories here at Race Rock? I never went to Race Rock. I didn't. And I've actually never stepped foot inside of this Dave & Buster's. But it is the same kind of sign. With the lights and everything, the small lights that make up, an image. And this is what it looked like on the inside. If you're a big fan of racing and things that go fast, this was your place. And they would have all kinds of events, like I said earlier, and different cars parked out here for people to enjoy. And it was kind of a community here, I believe, with Race Rock fans. They would have those cars right out here at the front. There's no signs or anything that say Race Rock, or, why would there be? But I looked around at all the pipes and electrical boxes and things like that to see if it still said, Race Rock or RR. Nothing. Nothing left. But I know of two vehicles that still exist from Race Rock here in Orlando. And we're gonna go find those two vehicles now. I'll show you guys one. This was taken from a TV show, and they showed the 18-wheeler with Race Rock on it. See that? Race Rock Orlando. And the other vehicle is this big truck. It's also was used in some films. This was almost kind of like their mascot in a way. All the photos you look up, you will more than likely see that truck. We're gonna venture on out to Kissimmee, and I will show you guys where those vehicles remain. So if you're a fan of race rock and you want to get a photo with those vehicles again, you're completely in luck because they both exist. I found them and was like, oh my gosh, these are from race rock. And they still exist. I'm sure they were sold off in the auction, and the current owner still has them on display for everyone to kind of enjoy. Kind of a nod, a wink wink to those who remember roadside attractions, themed restaurants in Orlando. Man, I miss the 90s and early 2000 restaurants. Planet Hollywood and stuff still exists, but they're kind of not the same. I miss the tackiness, the over the top. I kind of miss that stuff sometimes. It made you feel like you were on vacation, right? All right, we're gonna head over. We're gonna see those vehicles. Oh yeah, and this parking garage basically would have been where we would eat in Race Rock. Crazy, right? You probably would have been sitting in here at your table eating at Race Rock, and now it's the bottom parking garage for Dave & Buster's. One last look at the former home of Race Rock. There was a lot down here actually on International Drive. This Orlando Heli Tours was a train museum. I did a video on that about a year ago or so. There was a lot down here on International Drive that no longer exists. But there's still a lot of weird and wacky stuff here, some roadside attractions that I do enjoy, Wonderworks being one of them. We've got to revisit that place. I've got to revisit Wonderworks and Ripley's. If you guys are into that idea, comment, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, do something, let me know. Because I'll be honest with you, here in the next couple of weeks, the next 2 months, it's going to be getting a little heavy-handed on the holidays. A lot of ideas, travel plans, things of that nature. Excited about it. But after the holidays, roadside attractions and small town stuff and theme park history is coming back full swing. And just like that, we are on Osceola Parkway, still on International Drive, but right next to Osceola Parkway, the Gaylord Palms Resort, and straight ahead is Highway 192. I'm gonna give you guys one guess to where our destination is off of Highway 192. And if you guessed Fun Spot at Old Town, you are correct. This is where the two vehicles from Race Rock sit currently. Two of the vehicles, not all of the vehicles, just two of the vehicles. In fact, straight ahead is the Race Rock. That's so awesome. The Race Rock semi-truck here. Man, it's so cool to see it in person after doing all this like research and everything. And I see it all the time when I come here to, you know, Old Town and Fun Spot. But it's kind of cool to see it in person after doing all this research and just knowing that this is where it now sits and it's safe. And it's out here for anyone who is a fan of Race Rock to enjoy. Let's check it out right here at the front. At the top right there, you can see the old Race Rock logo. And then around the side here, seems like some people have been trying to pick some of that off, but hope they don't. Leave it alone. Let it stay here. This is a 1996 Ford Aeromax prototype. So 1996 makes sense because Race Rock opened in 1996. Completely makes sense. Well, we can match up that photo with the gentleman who was right up against that door. I'm gonna insert the photo so you guys can see. He was standing right there in front of the door, and in fact, the numbers on the side of the truck, 20796, still match up, and the not for hire match up as well. You can see this ICC 20796 in the photo, and he was stepping right up here, trying to get in to the truck. The angle was kind of like this. Now I'm not sure what they had on this truck. I'm guessing merchandise. So you can see there's some display areas here, and I'm sure these side doors open. And they could probably have had some of their Race Rock shirts and memorabilia, because I'm sure that's where a lot of their money came from. Merchandise and burgers, like the owner said. Let's see if there's anything on the back here. Oh, it's actually actually a lot slimmer than I thought it would have been. Oh, this little backside here is open. You see there's air conditioning in there. I'm gonna walk back here and see on this side. See, there's like a little awning. Hey, I think they've added that for fun spot here. I don't think that was original. But there's air conditioning in there. And then this is the back side of the truck. The logo is barely holding on this side. That's it, the Race Rock semi-truck here. Gonna cut back through here. And the last vehicle is straight ahead from Race Rock. And I had no idea this was over there at Race Rock. He's getting me nervous here, the Fun Spot Gator. He's way over there. I was looking for him. He's usually over here. But he's on that side today, just as long as you're safe. But here we go. The second and last vehicle right here, the Big Fun number 7. We got a nice little plaque here. It was built in 1988. It was in the film Roadhouse of Patrick Swayze. And then in '89, the owner and creator, Bob Chandler, he was featured in the movie Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. And now it's sitting here. And this thing is 15 feet, 13 feet wide, and 28,000 pounds. And would you look at the size of those tires? And the reason I know this is the same truck is because right there next to Microsoft, Race Rock logo is on there. I wish they would have put that on the plaque. They don't talk about Race Rock at all on the plaque. Show you guys the size of this truck. Pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. I'm 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around in there. 15 feet. That's a pretty large truck there. You can see the tires here used to be like this on the other side. And I have photos of me standing in the tires. They don't want you to do that, I don't think, anymore. But you can walk all around and see this. I mean, there's no reason you wouldn't want to. I'm sure it doesn't run anymore. I'm sure they modified it to be safe to sit out here But yeah, pretty crazy. This was used in 2 films, and obviously was used in Race Rock. But I wish it said that on here. It didn't say it at all. It said from in 1991 it toured Australia, and then in New Zealand in 92 and 93, and then in 1995 it went under several months of a mechanical surgery, become a 10-foot tire twin to Big Fun number 5. So there's 2 of these. This is Big Fun number 7. And then it was sold to Fun Spot in 2007, which makes sense because I believe that was when the auction was. See, it's all starting to come together and tie in together. But this is it. The Race Rock Big Fun number 7. We found both vehicles in the last remaining history of Race Rock with the logo on it. But if you guys know any more history of Race Rock, like if you know any more vehicles in Orlando, let me know. I'd love to know where they are. If you guys get to take part in that auction, let me know. Or if you visited Race Rock, let me know. Another Central Florida roadside attraction, restaurant, tourist destination that no longer exists. Race Rock, Orlando. But I'm glad we finally did this video. Been wanting to do this video for a long time. Had to find the perfect time to do this, but we did it. And with that, we came, we saw, we took care of business here today in Orlando, Kissimmee, Florida, off Highway 192 and International Drive, tracking down what remains of Race Rock, Orlando. If you had any memories there, comment below, let me know your memories. But I'm glad we documented this so everyone will know the history of what Race Rock was. But like I said, we took care of business, and I believe our adventure for today has come to an end, which means it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the thumbs up button. I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.